Annyeonghaseyo, welcome to Land of Korean Cinema. In case you're wondering why I wasn't uploading, well, my computer died. And just overall life happened. But I'm back, so let's talk about the 2022 drama movie, Broker, or Proka. The movie has an all-star cast including Song Kang-ho, Kang Dong-won, Bae Doona, Lee Joo-young, but she's better known as IU, and Lee Joo-young. IU plays a young girl who puts her newborn baby in a baby box. Song Kang-ho and Kang Dong-won get their hands on the baby and plan to sell him on the black market. When the mother comes back for the baby, she finds the two men and decides to go together with them on their journey selling the baby. Meanwhile, two police officers are after them trying to arrest the brokers. I'm going to talk about my problems with the movie first because I really didn't like this movie in the beginning. But then, as things went along, the movie slowly, very slowly won me over. Not entirely, but this is definitely not a waste of time. Anyway, let's start with the not so good things. So the first 40 or 50 minutes were pretty hard for me. I found the pacing to be way too slow. Honestly, not much of interest or of importance was happening. But the bigger problem was the lack of proper characterization. I seriously couldn't wait to watch Broker because of the immensely talented cast, only to find that they were given very little to work with. Initially. Seriously, the actors in this are ridiculously good. Song Kang-ho is probably my favorite Korean actor. I love Bae Doona, IU was fantastic in My Mister, Lee Joo-young was great in Itaewon Class, and yet, in the first 40 or 50 minutes, everything about this movie felt totally random, and character motivations were pretty much nowhere to be found. And since I didn't know the characters, I couldn't connect to their story. Broker is a drama movie. These kind of films need really strong characters in order for the emotional highs and lows to work. And honestly, I was bored for a long time. I also didn't understand why IU was taken along for this journey, it made no sense to me. But not knowing anything about her in the first half of the movie bothered me even more. Now, this is not the fault of the actors. The problem here lies in the writing, or more like in the way information is revealed to us. The characterization becomes much stronger in the second half. The things we should have known at the beginning of the movie are finally revealed to us, and surprise, the movie started to work. Suddenly I understood the characters better. I realized that although they're doing something illegal, they're not bad people. Not at all. And they have problems, they carry heavy weights on their shoulders. They stopped being just simple characters in the movie and started to feel like human beings, you know? But I still feel like it's a bit too little too late. Since I wasn't connected to the characters right away, the payoff wasn't as rewarding in the end. Broker doesn't really have the emotional highs and lows that make a great drama. And it's all because it keeps the characters at a distance for so long. But as I said, I didn't hate the movie. Things start to get a lot better once the main characters get together in a van and start looking for possible buyers. Another young kid joins them also, and a really interesting family dynamic starts to form between them. And honestly, I loved every minute of that. Once you realize that these people are all lonely, and yet their heart's in the right place. I mean, I don't know about you, but I started to view this movie very differently. You know what? It's kind of like the movie We're the Millers, except this one's a lot more serious. And it's not to say that the movie lacks humor, it's just very subtle. It can go way over your head. But sometimes it managed to put a smile on my face. I also like the heavy subject matter here. I mean, the movie starts with a mother throwing her child away. And I really appreciate that the movie is not being judgmental about it. In fact, it shows that sometimes people have a really good reason to do such a terrible thing. Sometimes it's for the good of the baby. But the movie also knows how hard it is for the child. There's a great conversation between Kang Dong-won and IU, where IU says that her son will never forgive her, even though she has her reason for throwing him away. That scene is great, by the way, and the conversation is a lot deeper than that, but see for yourself. So overall, I would say that Broker is a family movie, believe it or not. A not so conventional family movie. It's about people and relationships and about hard decisions. It doesn't always work, but when it does, it's really good. I just wish the writing was a bit better. I mean, I wish that the traits of the characters were shown to us much earlier. It would have made for a much more emotionally satisfying movie. But still, Broker is a movie with a heart. And I forgot to mention the cinematography. This is a wonderfully looking movie, it feels so warm and bright, it really is a pleasure to watch. And the Korean countryside looks absolutely beautiful. So if you're looking for a good drama with an interesting subject matter, I truly recommend Broker. Maybe you won't find the first half as boring as I did. And if a movie is able to win me over after being bored for 40 minutes, that movie does something right. I'm gonna give Broker 70%. Not as emotionally satisfying as I would have liked, but there are many great moments in it. And the chemistry between the actors becomes really strong by the end, which I really enjoyed. Go check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And if you'd like to support the channel even more, my PayPal information is in the description. See you soon. 다음 시간에 만나요, 여러분. 안녕히 계세요.